Hi, Jules. I'm back with 40 Years of Meals of Boon, and it's more from the Weddings Under a Western Sky anthology. And this one is by Kate Welsh, The Bride Wore Britches. Okay, here we go. Just the one night, rancher Rhiannon Olivia longs to feel. Starts again. 3, 2, 1. Well, hi, YouTubers. Hi, I'm back with 40 Years of Meals and Boon, and more from the Weddings Under a Western Sky. So, The Bride Wore Britches by Kate Welsh. Just a one night, rancher Rhiannon Oliver longs to feel like a lady, so she ditches her breeches for a ball gown. Cowboy Dylan Varga hardly recognises a girl he used to tease, but then tragedy throws them together in a way neither of them could have imagined. So you ever see Calamity Jane? You know, okay, where no one realises how gorgeous she is. This is Doris Day we're talking about because she wears buckskins and a bit of dirt to her face, and you're like, this is like it's ridiculous. It's like I think Calamity Jane is my favourite fantasy film because it's Doris Day. I love that film, by the way. Okay, so set in Tierra Nevada, Texas, March 1879. Okay, so this bit here. This is when Rhiannon's in town. Okay, this is in her boys' clothes. Are you coming to the spring social? The tinkling of the bell over the door made Ria glance over her shoulder. Jenny sighed aloud. Dylan Varga. She couldn't remember days since meeting him when she hadn't loved him. He was her best friend's older brother, and with womanhood her puppy love had deepened and begun to fill her entire being. Unfortunately, she might as well be part of Shelvin for all notice he gave her. Okay, but she buys a dress, a blue dress. A beautiful, beautiful blue dress. And, right, with Dylan's sister, Farah, okay, this bit here. Got at least reimagine to scrub off the stink of working with sheep. He knew that smell having to be forced to care for them while growing up. That he'd always caught the faint scent of wildflowers whenever he was in the same room with her. Strange. Looked up at his mother staring out of him from Farah's upstairs bedroom window. He smiled and blew her a kiss. His thoughts swam back to her and how difficult positions between the warring men in her life. Men in her life. Yeah. So basically, Ria's all alone. She People want her land. Her parents are dead, and she's trying to do it all by herself. She's basically running her own farm, if you will, her own business. It does not get the respect that she deserves. Of course not, because courtesy of her gender being at this time. And then this is the bit, okay, where she appears in the dress. This is the bit, okay. It's hard to know in his chest. She was dazzling, not a bit plump. Oh my god, plump. Under the dark as night hair she had kept hidden under the beat-up hat was so silky it managed to capture the last dying rays of the sun. It hung down her back in adorable ways and framed her face while flirting with the breeze. Her creamy complexion made his fingers yearn to touch its softness. He was suddenly grateful for the hated old hat for the shade it provided. Her ebony lashes, full and thick, framed her cornflower blue eyes. Why I never noticed how pretty she was? Why I never noticed her at all except to someone to tease? Ria, where the hell have you been? Her eyes had she notched up. I've been ready to leave for an hour. Farah and your mother were arguing over her dress. Why blame me? No, not what I meant. I mean, where did you come from? I mean, you look nice. Oh my god. He's like, he turned into a schoolboy because she's wearing a dress. I just started, he's Calamity Janed her. He's Calamity Janed her. Okay. So, they go to this dance and everyone's kind of impressed by Ria in her gorgeous, gorgeous dress. Okay. And this is when, okay, Dylan's finally seen her as a woman, okay? Finally, she's a grown woman. Finally, Dylan would have thought Ria could dance, as if he thought of her at all. That she'd be so delicate and pretty under what she normally wore. He ached to hold her in his arms and wished they could claim a waltz. Oh, yeah. But the thing is, whilst this is happening, Ria's ranch is basically being trashed and people being killed and people then start turning against Ria, okay, because of this. I mean, this bit here, okay, because when she finds this out, she's absolutely devastated, and she's trying to pick it all back together. And this bit here, okay, is the way this bit here, right? It's after the event, okay, where Ria's absolutely devastated. and all the men in the town again essentially want her business. Okay, want her thing. He's about to pass the bank front doors when Lucian Avery stepped onto the boardwalk. Avery was from a wealthy rancher with a large spread out in her place. She wasn't mistaken, he danced with her the night before, too. Good day, Miss Oliver. I heard about your deepest misfortune. I want to express my deepest sympathies for your loss. Finding man who isn't shockingly callous. Thank you, sir. Have you given this much thought to your future in town after all this took? I imagine you'll want to move on. After all, Don Alejandro will never allow his son to marry so far beneath his station, even if the two of them aren't on the best terms. I am happy to purchase your property to facilitate your departure. Your wrist fisted her hand. I'm not interested. Now that'd be hasty, he cajoled. You haven't heard of my offer. I'll give you 10% over the highest offer you get from anyone else. So basically, people want her land. Her reputation's in ruined, okay? Because, she was seen with Dylan late at night. So basically, everyone thinks that her and Dylan together, even though Dylan is from like a slightly higher family, okay? And Don will never allow him to marry her to marry his son, okay? So, with her reputation ruined, it's like Dylan has to marry Rhea, okay? This bit here. Dylan signed, he knew Rhea. She was going to dig in the hills and didn't want to criticise her, but he knew how cruel people could be. They wouldn't condemn her. His foot somersaulted more than his stomach as he strode towards Abby's store. I don't know how was he supposed to talk Rhea into marrying him. It was but he was so ambivalent about marrying her. He wanted her, sure, but he wouldn't lie. It wasn't attraction. Last, he said he didn't love her, nor did he want to. It seemed a heartache his mother loved her father had caused her. What he could claim was that he cared about Rhea's welfare and that he wanted her physically. If she rejected him, he didn't know how she keep her safe from the circling vultures. So he has to marry her to protect her. He has to marry her to protect her reputation, which sounds so bullish, but it's actually also really realistic as well in some respects. So they get together and actually start to kind of work it. And the thing is, Dylan moves into Rhea's a home, and they talk more about their futures. And essentially, Rhea changes her dream for Dylan because he wants to raise horses instead of cattle. And she does that for him. She actually just generally care about him. They really start to fall in love. And yes, they have great sex. I actually like this story as well. And the Don kind of comes round, okay, to it in the end and, realises his mistake. And Dylan's happy with his new thing. And doesn't have to go into the family business of, cattle. And they can go into horses instead. And I liked it. I actually liked Rhea. I like the fact that these people had to get married to preserve her reputation, but at some they didn't compromise themselves. Rhea gets married, but she doesn't become a woman, a feminine woman, if you will. She still literally gets out her wedding dress and puts her male clothes on because she's still working. She doesn't stop. She doesn't stop being herself because she got married. And no, I generally like The Bride Wore Britches by Kate Welsh. No, I generally enjoy it. Go figure. Hey, I'm actually enjoying some Mills and Boons at the moment. Go figure this one. Right, so sign off. 40 of the Mills and Boon. Take care, everyone. And bye now.